Jenny at the Orcas Public Library again, and I have a couple more stories for you this week. And we're going to talk about scarecrows, but not so scary scarecrows. These ones, we'll see if you find them scary. This one's one of my absolute favorites. I love this book. This is called The Scarecrow, and it's written by Beth, Ferry, and illustrated by the Fan Brothers. I also should say that we're real thankful to be able to read this in quarantine, and that's because the publisher of this book, Harper Books, has allowed us to do this. Let's read the story. You can let me know whether you thought this was as good as I did. There we go. Autumn sunshine, haystacks rolled, scarecrow guards the fields of gold. No one enters, no one dares. Scarecrow stands alone and scares. The fox and deer, the mice and crows, it's all he does, it's all he knows. Can you see all those animals? He never rests, he never bends. He's never had a single friend. For all the woodland creatures know not to mess with old Scarecrow. Winter whispers, velvet snow, Scarecrow has no place to go. He dreams of what the spring will bring, of buds and blooms and things that sing. Then something drops in midair, a small, scared crow lying there. Broken nest, broken wing. Scarecrow does the strangest thing. He snaps his pole, bends down low, and saves the tiny baby crow. I love this picture. He tucks him near his heart of hay. He lets him sleep. He lets him stay. He doesn't stop to wonder why. He sings the sweetest lullaby. Safe and warm the nestling mends. These two make the oddest friends. But friends they are right from the start. The crow will grow in Scarecrow's heart. And he will peek out at the farm, and he will perch on Scarecrow's arm, and they will laugh and wish on stars, forgetting who they really are. For crows are birds, and birds must fly. The fledgling spreads his wings to try. He dips, then soars, then caws out loud. Scarecrow cheers, pleased and proud. But as he watches, Scarecrow knows that he must stay, and Crow must go. Summer sunshine. Autumn chill. Snowflakes make it colder still. No one visits, no one cares. Scarecrow sags alone and stares. Broken heart, broken pole, nothing fills the empty hole. Then something drops from midair, a large black crow standing there. Scarecrow's arms are open wide, and Crow spreads his wings and swoops inside. Joyful hearts and brimming whole, a friend will mend a broken pole, and he will spruce up matted hay, and he will say, I'm here to stay. Winter's over, springtime's due. Is there room enough for two? Flowers blooming, fields of green, 5 small eggs are tucked unseen. Scarecrow guards them, for he knows that soon they will be baby crows. And he will love them from the start, and they will grow up in his heart. And they will peep and perch and play and make him happy every day. And as the seasons come and go, they will love their dear Scarecrow. There they are. So much better than when we started and he was all alone, don't you think? I like that story. That's a good one. That should be a classic one. I love that one. But I do have another story, and this one's just on the same topic, the Scarecrow's hat. And there it is. And it's written and illustrated by Ken Brown. And well, who couldn't love that with the chicken on top of that hat? Let's see if you like this one too. We'll take a look. And this is actually published by Peachtree. And so we'll thank them for letting us read it in quarantine. Look at that silly little chicken. Chickens are some of my favorite things, if you didn't know that. I like them. That's a nice hat, said Chicken to Scarecrow. Yes, it is, replied Scarecrow, but I'd rather have a walking stick. I've been standing here for years now, and my arms are so tired. I'd love a walking stick to lean on. I'd swap a hat for a walking stick any day. Now, Chicken didn't have a walking stick, but she knew someone who did. That's a nice walking stick, said Chicken to Badger. Yes, it is, replied Badger, but I'd rather have a piece of ribbon. It gets hot and stuffy underground, so I'd prop my door open with my stick. But I'm always tripping over it, and if I had a ribbon, I could tie the door open. I'd swap my walking stick for a ribbon any day. Now, Chicken didn't have a ribbon, but she knew someone who did. Smart Chicken. That's a nice ribbon, said Chicken to Crow. Yes, it is, said Crow, but I'd rather have some wool. My nest is on this high stone ledge, and it's very hard to sit on. I'd love some warm, soft wool to line it with. I'd swap this ribbon for some wool any day. Now, Chicken didn't have any wool, but she knew who did. That's a nice wool coat, said Chicken to Sheep. Yes, it is, replied Sheep, but I'd rather have a pair of glasses. I have to keep a lookout for the wolf, and my eyes are not as good as they used to be. I really need a pair of glasses. I'd swap some of my wool for a pair of glasses any day. Now, Chicken didn't have a pair of glasses, but you know what? But she knew who did. That's right. That's a nice pair of glasses, said Chicken to Owl. Yes, it is, said Owl. My old one's broke, so I had to get a new pair. But I'd rather have a blanket The sun streams through my window and keeps me awake all day, which wouldn't matter if I had a good, thick blanket to sleep under. I'd swap my glasses for a blanket any day. Now, Chicken didn't have a blanket, but, you know, she knew someone who did. "There's a nice blanket," said Chicken to Donkey. Donkey, "Yes, it is," replied Donkey, "but I'd rather have a few feathers. The flies drive me crazy buzzing around my ears, and my tail isn't quite long enough to flick them away. But if I had some long feathers tied to the end of it, I could swat them easily. I'd swap my blanket for a few long feathers any day." Do you know where Chicken might get some of those? Is anybody? Let's see. Quick as a flash, Chicken pulled out 1, 2, 3 of her longest feathers and tied them to Donkey's tail. Donkey was delighted and, true to his word, swapped his blanket for the feathers. Chicken took the blanket to Owl, who swapped it for glasses, the old ones, of course. She took the glasses to Sheep, who swapped them for her wool. And she took the wool to Crow, who swapped it for her ribbon. And she took the ribbon to Badger, who swapped it for his walking stick. And finally, she took the walking stick to Scarecrow, and with a grateful sigh of relief, he leaned his tired old arms on the stick and gladly swapped it for his battered old hat. Chicken took the hat and filled it with fresh, sweet straw. "That's a nice nest," said Duck. "Yes, it is," said Chicken, "and I wouldn't swap it for anything." No, that was great. Everyone got what they needed. I like that story. And it's got a chicken in it and not so scary scarecrows. So those are my 2 stories this week. And I hope you are all having a good week and staying inside and finding projects to do to not be outside this week. But I hope things clear up and you can go out and maybe you might even have a chance to make your own scarecrow. I hope you do. And I hope you have a good week and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.